Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I cannot believe it is 2018. Like, where did 2017 go? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Miriam. I'm an actor and blogger based in New York City, and I document my life in those worlds here on YouTube with daily vlogging. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Find me on social media so you can join the fam. So for today's video, I'm really excited that this is my first video of 2018, I think. I wanted to share with you guys what I learned by doing Vlogmas. Now, if you don't know what Vlogmas is, it's kind of like a little challenge in the YouTube community where you upload a video every single day starting December 1st until Christmas. I kind of just threw myself into this challenge with my friend Rose, and towards the end I realized so many things and my perspective just shifted on certain things, and I just felt, you know what, I need to share this with the YouTube family because I found this to be so inspiring and motivating, and I wanted to share it with you guys to hopefully inspire and motivate you to just go after the things that you want to do. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so I have my notebook here. I wrote everything down because I don't want to forget it. It's not a lot. These aren't things that you haven't heard before. Maybe you haven't, I don't know. But for me, this isn't anything new, but I'm just looking at it differently. The first thing that I learned by doing Vlogmas is it's what you make of it. You know, Rose and I, we had this conversation, and for some reason there were some people that kept saying that Vlogmas is about filming Christmas related content in your videos every single day, and I just kind of felt like, number one, I would be really bored if I did that, and I would be bored watching that. And any YouTuber that I've been watching throughout the years that did Vlogmas, all of their videos during that time period weren't only about Christmas. I think inevitably there's going to be Christmas related content because hello, that's the holiday in December. But I don't think that you need your videos to be holiday related. Vlogmas is what you make of it. If you want to upload every single day, then that's what you do. If you want to just film every single day and upload like a weekly vlog for Vlogmas, that's totally fine too. If you want to pre-shoot your content, which hello is really smart to do if you're really busy, and then upload it that way, it's honestly, it's whatever you want to do and whatever works for you. So I kind of feel like whatever those rules are out there, I don't really think you should be following them. I think it's about you and how you feel in your audience and what you like and what your audience likes. Just keep it real and true to who you are and have fun with it. I think the biggest thing that I took away from Vlogmas is the second lesson, which is if you want to do something, just start. Don't procrastinate, don't make excuses. If you're like me and you're a perfectionist, I'm pretty sure that's holding you back. You don't need to have everything figured out from the very beginning. Just start, you'll learn along the way, and you make adjustments. Like, that's how it is with anything in life. Just like when I first started acting, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know anything about the business. I'm still learning now as I go along. You know, you just keep going and you figure it out. And you know, the more time that you wait to have certain things in place, the longer it's going to take you to achieve something. You'll just keep stopping yourself. Fear is a bitch. Oh my gosh, I cursed and I said I wasn't going to curse for 2018 in the videos. But I mean, like, seriously, fear is the biggest reason why so many people just don't get started on certain things. Why is this heater so loud? You want to be all up in this video right now? Sorry guys, my heater is trying to have a conversation with you. So if you want to do something, just get started. You know, just do it. Take that first step. I can't believe how many videos I have on this channel now. Like a year ago, I didn't have any. I waited years to start YouTube. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel, and I just kept making excuses, honestly. I was busy. I did have crazy full-time jobs that demanded a lot of my time, and I was acting and you know, actively auditioning and all of those things, and I didn't know how to edit. I could have started editing then, but I didn't. So whatever, here we are. Now I'm on YouTube. I'm still not the greatest editor ever, but I'm learning as I go. And so that's the biggest thing, you know, like, don't hold yourself back. Don't tell yourself, oh, I need A, B, C, and D to get started. No, you just need to get started. Just get started. You'll figure it out. You'll find a way. You will. I promise you. Just do it. When you're doing Vlogmas, it is really good practice for becoming a daily vlogger. That is the third lesson. If that's what you want to do. If you want to become a daily vlogger, Vlogmas is a really, really good way to start. It is awesome training because it forces you to remember to turn on the camera and to document things that you do in your everyday life that you wouldn't think to document. Like, who cares how you make your coffee? Well, your viewers may care. Somebody may learn something from what you're doing. So doing Vlogmas, like, let me tell you guys, man, it forced me to think about, okay, I'm about to start getting ready. What's a really cool way to show that? It forces you to think creatively. It forces you to think about storytelling. It forces you to think about, okay, what's the bigger picture? How do I make this interesting and things like that? My fourth lesson is that it forces you to think creatively. You know, you start to think about interesting ways to tell a story, angles and shots, and just like perspective, and what kind of music do you like, and what's your editing style? You know, if you don't know it, you'll discover it as you go along. You'll figure out what you like and what you don't like. You'll look back on things that you did and you're like, yeah, I don't really like that. That's not me. So it really forces you to just like think in a way, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, by vlogging and having to edit, I just started watching other videos and TV shows and movies and what have you, and I became obsessed with transitions. I don't know why, it's so random, but I became obsessed with transitions. I would constantly stop and rewind to see how they transitioned from one scene to the next. What story did that tell? What type of mood did that set? How did that make me feel? Like, I just became obsessed with transitions. I know, really weird, but it definitely forces you to think creatively. And for me, you know, I strongly believe that you can find inspiration everywhere. You don't necessarily have to find inspiration within whatever your field is. So as an actor, I don't always have to find inspiration by watching movies and other actors. Sometimes I like to step outside of that and see how something moves me, in what way I can apply that to my acting life or my blogging life. You know, doing YouTube does influence how I think about the projects that I'm working on, that I'm writing, that I want to produce, like my short story in my web series. I'm thinking now, which I have never done before, about the type of shot that I want and the angle that I want and the colors and the mood and the music and, you know, a point of view. It just really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I feel that that's always good when you're an artist, you know, is to just exercise that creative muscle as much as possible in every way possible. Don't limit yourself. So yeah, lesson number 4 is Vlogmas definitely forced me to start thinking more creatively, right? So a personal goal of mine when I did Vlogmas wasn't to be like the best, you know, vlogger ever. My personal goal was just to get better at editing, because I had just started learning a few months ago. I was still learning my program and trying to figure it out, and like how to do things faster if I could. And doing Vlogmas, which forces you to sit down and edit every single freaking day, inevitably is gonna make you a better editor. It made me a better editor, you know, because you're practicing. And the only way to get better at something is to practice it consistently every single day. And that was my main goal, was just to become a better editor, to figure out what my process is and what's my system for creating a video. What are the assets that I need? What are the graphics I need? What sound do I need? What music do I want? You know, that was my biggest personal goal, and that was the biggest lesson from Vlogmas, was just becoming a better editor, you know, and just sitting down and doing it. So that was, I mean, those are basically the things that I learned from Vlogmas. And my biggest thing for you guys that I want you to take from this is to just get started, to stop holding yourself back, to stop being a perfectionist. I'm saying that to myself too, because I am such a perfectionist, you guys. Like, it's ridiculous. But I just want to put out quality work. And you know what, like, I watched a really great movie It was a documentary about Steven Spielberg, and I'll try to put it in the description box so you guys can watch it, but it was so inspiring. Here's something to take away from this is when I was watching that video, I've heard this before. All of these things that I just shared with you guys, they're not new. You know, we've heard them before, but for some reason, just participating in Vlogmas just gave me a totally different, like, outlook, and I was so ready to start 2018 with a bang. And I don't know, it just became, I guess these things were just drilled into me even more from this experience. But in watching that Steven Spielberg documentary, not even Spielberg's first movie was the greatest thing ever. So that just means that you can get better at something. Just get started. Don't worry about it being perfect, because it probably won't, and that's okay. Failing is not a bad thing. You learn from your failures. Like I'm gonna learn from this experience of doing Vlogmas. I'm going to become a better editor and a better storyteller on YouTube, but also in the things that I want to produce, my own work, my own writing. That just, like, I was like, wow. Even Steven Spielberg had some damn hiccups, you know? Like, Spielberg, he's huge. He's huge. So just keep that in mind. It's not about being perfect right out the gate. It's about just getting better as you go along and figuring it out. It's totally fine if you don't have everything set. It's totally fine. You'll learn. You're supposed to learn. That's a part of life, is to continue learning and to continue growing. Right? Like, I don't know, that's how I see it. Like, even as an actor, like, I still train, I still take classes. I'm a totally different person and actor today than what I was 10 years ago. I've had different life experiences that I can apply to characters and stories that I just didn't have before. Just because I have a degree or two doesn't mean I'm done. That's not what it means. So many people reach out to me that have aspirations of becoming, you know, actors and getting into this field, and they always ask for advice. And my biggest advice is to keep learning. Like, don't stop. So many people, I cannot tell you how many people have written back to me after I've given them, like, so much information. And so many of them were just like, oh, well, I have a degree in musical theater from, you know, blah, blah, blah school. So I really don't want to do that. I just want to know, how do I get in? And it's like, really? You have to keep learning. You just have to. The industry is changing all the time. Casting directors move offices all the time. You need to be in tune with current events and what's going on in the world, because that influences, you know, the entertainment that we see in TV and in the theater. It does. It really, really does. And so you should never stop learning and growing. You should never say, well, I'm good. No, you're not. There's always more to learn. Why, ambulance? Why? Let me stop. But no, like, there's just always so much more than that you can do, that you can learn, that you can grow from, you know? Like, point is to just keep practicing and to keep learning and to just keep refining that. That's the only way that you get better. So whatever goals that you have for 2018, just get started. Just do it. I don't know if you guys have any resolutions. I don't really do resolutions anymore. My thing is just setting mini goals for myself and going after them. I also gave myself a word for the year. I'll share it with you guys. My word for the year is to create. And that applies to every aspect of my life. I want to create more content for YouTube. I want to create more content on my site. I want to create more content as an actor, writer. I want to create more balance in my life. I want to create my ideal, you know, fit body. I want to create more meaningful relationships and friendships that are genuine, people that truly care about me, people that are true cheerleaders and supporters. I want to create memories. I want to create. Do you see what I did there? So share with me in the comments what your word of the year is. If you have one, if you don't, just think about it and write it down anyway. Let me know what your goals are. I hope that this video was inspiring for you guys. I hope that you feel motivated. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with whoever else that you think needs a little bit of motivation. Thank you again for watching. I'm totally out of breath right now because I just get so like, oh, just love talking about things like this. It's so important. I love inspiring and motivating others, because I know, like, when I think about my childhood and my life, I could have really used a good motivator, other than God, of course. So it just, I don't know, it just means so much to me to just share what I learned with you. Don't forget to subscribe before you click out of this sucker, okay? Turn on your post notifications, follow me on social media. Again, thank you guys so much. I wish you guys the very, very best for 2018. Let's